very exciting news from Inventory Hive, and obviously I suppose if there's one star over the last sort of year, it's really been the property tour has come into its own, and it's
Yes.
something that we now utilize both in sales and in lettings.
Yeah.
And 360 property tours have been around for a while, but hitherto I think they've been quite expensive in terms of
Mhm.
both hosting them and also the equipment necessary and the investment in time and sort of staff training just to make it work. But that's all changed, hasn't it, Richard?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 360 technology that we've been playing around with it for probably 3 years now, and for a couple of years, our app on iOS and Android directly integrates with a couple of manufacturers, Rico, Theta, and Insta 360. They produce some really great devices, brilliant results, and an entry level one of those is like £270 with the VAT. And the beauty of that, of course, is it is the kind of device that you could perhaps have two or three, an agency with a portfolio of maybe 750 properties, because it doesn't break the bank. And also, if you've got, maybe an apprentice or a junior in the team, you wouldn't mind letting them go out with that device and actually create that tour, because it's not, they're not breaking the bank to do it. Whereas some of the devices out there, don't get me wrong, they produce some fantastic results, some of the tech that's out there, but they can be very costly. And I think you wouldn't necessarily have a handful of those. You'd probably have one, and then of course everyone's fighting over who's going to use it. So,
Yeah.
and the other really really important thing, and I'd like to say that this was by design, but it was more by luck than anything. That the vast majority of people that engage with a virtual tour, whether it be someone looking to buy a house, or a resident on build to rent, or a letting, a tenant with a letting agency, 9 times out of 10 they're viewing it on their mobile phone. um, and therefore the results themselves, you don't necessarily need to have this, really high definition thing, because all they want to do is just have a bit of control when viewing the tour and just get a sense of scale and
Yeah.
location. And of course, 360 is a brilliant way of doing that. You don't necessarily get that with a video walkthrough. I mean, again, you see some really great video walkthroughs that are put together, and some brilliant presenters now as well, that are presenting these properties. Some, really funny, and some obviously really know their onions when they're doing that. But I think sometimes if people want to get to the point, they want to go and have a look in the garden, or what's the kitchen like, that's what a virtual tour is great for.
I